Kia ora, Capricorn. This is your reading for the full moon in Gemini, happening tomorrow, technically. But let's get into it. We've got some cards laid out. We always go through and clarify. It could be kind of an enlightening full moon for you. I just say that because we're shuffling. We get the Magician coming out here. But let's stick here with the storyline. Take what resonates, as I always say, leave what doesn't. We've got a rock, mineral, and crystal card here for you that we will pull up at the end to see. Maybe something you can carry with you in your mind's eye during the week. So we come out here with a beautiful card, one of my favourite cards. The Two of Cups. It's called Love in the Thoth deck. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about reciprocal, equal relationships. We are also speaking about our choice here. What choices do we have? And how do we see our relationships, our contracts, because they are contracts with other people, and also with ourselves. It's a beautiful, harmonious card. Beautiful, harmonious card. We come then to this Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords is learning some things here. And even though the swords are all about the mind, in my mind, often this princess is exerting a lot of energy outward. Now, because there's a defending principle in this card, and she is defending what is not seen. So the clouds depart and blow away when this princess becomes elevated, as in the Queen of Swords. But at this point, in time, she, he, whatever, is defending an invisible enemy. Now, there's nothing behind those clouds, clearly, but there is a process to learning, how are we our own shield maiden, I suppose? How do we present when we are in that mode? It's interesting, and then we come to the Queen of Cups, dreamy Neptunian queen. The illusionary nature of this queen, her capacity is unlimited, like in terms of imagination, in terms of the imaginal realms. It's a wonderful card for anyone that is creative in whatever way, has that as a strong driving force in their life. This queen can be illusionary, of course. What's real and what's not? What's quantifiable and what isn't, I suppose, are the questions here. And what are we reflecting, or what is being reflected back at us? It's interesting. As I said, the Magician just kind of flew out before we started talking here. So I see that as a wonderful thing. You have that wand. We have the last little tool that we need at this current time. Final card here in this first lineup is the Emperor. Strong position, strong seat, throne. It is a very strong, benevolent position. And of course, the other side of that is a rigidity. There's a little bit of not confusion here, but it's a passing, oh God, how would you say it? It's just a process that is passing through you. Let's get some more cards here. Two of Cups, we have the Magician. We also have the Ace of Swords, which is wonderful. Insight, illumination, full moon into what our personal contracts are with others, and that's family, friends, it's everyone. The sword of clear sight and truth, the essence of that and what it means to you and how you use it is right there for you at this time. Princess of Swords. I'm trying to keep these readings faster and shorter. Bear with me, Sagittarius. Princess of Swords. There's a bit of learning happening, as I said, with that Princess of Swords, but we get the Hierophant coming out. Now, we're talking about spiritual mentorship. Now, spiritual is, I'm not meaning religious. We're learning something, Capricorn, here. We're learning something. We may well have a mentor in our life. Now, that could be anyone who is a sort of guide, I guess. You know, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be anyone. There is, you know, Princess of Swords, there is a level of not being able to see very clearly. Someone is allowing something, some clarity for you, some other entity here, whether that's a person or whoever. But that Hierophant is wonderful information that is for you and you alone to understand. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, I better keep the speed up, Capricorn. We're looking at this beautiful Queen of Cups, the wonderful Queen, creative, very Neptunian. The creative force within you actually is going to get this wheel of fortune spinning. It's at this time, it's and there is a theme running through a lot of these readings about appreciating and working with your imagination. It can be a wonderful assistant at certain times in one's life, if not all the time. Wheel of Fortune, so we're up on that wheel, we're getting another go on it, a fresh new spin. It's tied up with your creative life. Emperor at the end here. Excuse me. Emperor. So truth, mentorship, learning. A new spin on the wheel. Message coming through in relation to the Emperor. Message coming through. I see the page, the Prince of Pentacles in this particular deck, the Morgan Greer deck, as a messenger, because he's doing the Queen or the King's bidding. And maybe in this scenario, the Emperor's bidding. Message coming through. There's something in here about balance. You know, I mean, more than, you know, in the space of a week, we can go from being completely confused by something to having everything very clear, to feeling unconfident and ending up feeling incredibly confident, all in the space of a week. I mean, it's exhausting, isn't it? Life can be, you know what I mean. So, allowing new things to come through. There is a message here coming to you. Maybe it's just from you to you. And then we have justice. the red robes of truth. We've got the Ace of Swords, truth. It's like, well, what is mine? What is yours? They may well be different. And people always talk about that these days, isn't it? I'm just, I'm just fulfilling or whatever my own truth. But all it is that we, as individuals, are congruent in word and action, isn't it? In word and action on the most surface level, that's a way to describe that, isn't it? That in itself is a balance, and actually sometimes difficult to achieve consistently. We try and maintain that. Right. Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairies. And there is more clarity on the horizon, and there's a whole new spin of that wheel. We're going deep. Maybe we're going deep here. An overview from the Pixies and Fairies. We get the Dark Lady, which is a very scorpionic card. We've been in those realms. I mean, I think for a lot of, at certain points in life we're in those plutonic sort of dark underworld realms, and we've seen things and we've faced things and we've understood. We didn't necessarily want to, but we understand it. It's a very scorpionic card. That, ability to transform from particular experiences, phoenixes rising from ashes, all of that kind of thing is in here for your Capricorn. So, I mean, it's pretty lovely. And there's a lot of wisdom that comes from that eventually. Isn't it? So, anywho, Capricorn, what have we got? We've got you. So these rock, mineral, crystal cards have the elements in them as well. We get earth, abundance, fertility, harvesting, and logic, that wonderful ability of critical thinking. Here we have it. Earth, the earthly realms is what we're working with here. We're on it. On that note, take good care, Capricorn, over this full moon in Gemini. It might be an illuminating time in regards to observing our abilities to and how we communicate with ourselves and others. So on that note, take good care. We'll see you next time. Ka kite, bye.